everyone, my name is Hannah Renée and I'm here with Rimmel London to show you how to achieve a really glamorous but still super easy look for those of you going to prom this summer. So we're going to start with eyes and I'm going to show you a really easy technique for those of you who struggle with eyeshadow. I like to use tape because I feel like when you use tape, especially on the corners of your eyes, it helps to get a really nice cat eye shape, and again, for those of you who struggle with eyeshadow, it's super easy. For those of you with sensitive skin, you might want to test this on like the back of your hand first. What I like to do is I pop it on the back of my hand like so, and then I just remove it and it just takes away a lot of the stickiness. And then I'm just going to angle it so that it's a cat eye shape. So we're going to create like a winged look today. So I've just angled it so it's from the corner of my eye here up to the tail of my brow, and that's going to help create like a really nice cat eye, especially if you like to do winged eyeliner as well. So you want to try and get them as even as possible, but if they're not super even, you can clean it up with concealer later. So for eyes, I just want to keep it super easy. I'm just going to use this little palette here. It's in the shade Brixton Brown and it just looks like so. I'm just going to start off with the sort of medium neutral brown here and just use this in my crease as a transition colour. Take a large blending brush and sort of pop it in like so. So every eyeshadow, we're going to start on the outer portion of the eye and then blend it inwards. Just because you want the most darkness here, because we're going for like a smoky eye, just blending it backwards and forwards. And then as I get less and less product on the brush, I'm just bringing the brush upwards so it creates like a nice gradient effect. Using a lighter colour helps to blend out the darker ones later as well, so we're going to do them in order of shades. So we're using the lighter one first and then we'll go in with the darker ones after. Okay, next I'm just going to mix the two darker ones. So we've got this one here which is a bit more warm, and then this one which is a little bit closer to black and a bit cooler, and I'm just going to mix these two. I'm taking like a skinnier, more tapered brush, dipping my brush in the product, tapping off the excess, and then we're going to concentrate this a lot more on the outer corner. And then again, as we get less product on the brush, just bringing it inwards and making sure it's all blended together. I like to start right at the lash line as well, so when I first go in with the product, I pop it right there on the lash line, and then it helps blending upwards and again creating like the gradient effect. You can just go back in with your bigger blending brush and just blend it all together. And then once that is all blended, once you're happy with the way it looks, I'm just going to take the lighter one and we're going to pop this right on the inner corner just to add some light back into the eyes and make sure that the dark greys and blacks and browns don't close them up too much. And then it's just going to go right on the inner corner. And then we're just going to blend it all together once more. And then to tie the whole look together, I'm going to do a wing liner because I feel like it really helps to sort of elongate your eyes. So I'm going to use this new product here. This is one of the Colour Precise eyeliners. So I'm going to start right at the inner corner and drag this down to the tape. And then again, because we've got the tape here, it's going to help create the shape. So I'm just going to drag this back from a point about halfway up the tape and just drag it back to the line we've created there, and that's going to help make the wing. Okay, so we finished eyeshadow and wings. As you can see, I could be as messy as I wanted and it's not going to matter now because as we remove the tape, you'll see it's super clean. Okay, so we finished the eyes. We're now going to move on to face. So I'm going to be using this product here. This is the Kate Sculpting Kit. This is a really nice product because as you can see, it gives you everything in one. So you've got your highlighter at the top, your contour shade in the middle, and also your blush at the bottom. So I'm going to be using the shade 002 Coral Glow. And I'm going to start with the contour shade here. So I'm just going to take a bronzing brush and I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones and also my temples. So I'm just starting where the top of the ear is and I'm going to blend it down towards the corner of the mouth. I still want it to look quite soft because we still want to look quite girly for prom, I guess. So I'm not going to bring it too far down, and then you want to make sure you blend it upwards as well. And then if it's looking too harsh, you can just go back in with your blending brush and just blend it out because you don't want any harsh lines. So I'm just going to pat and make sure it's all blended. And then as you can see, it's added a lot more structure to this side of the face. And then I'm just going to take the blush shade. I love this because it's nice and neutral. It's not too pink and it's not going to take away from the eyes. And I'm just going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks and blend it backwards so it blends in with the contour. So I like to just smile a little bit so you can see where the apples of your cheeks are, and then I just pat it and then blend it. And then again, I'm just blending it all together so there's no like harsh lines or streaks. Okay, and then we're just going to finish off with the highlight shade here. So I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheekbones, and then I'm just going to use a little bit on the inner corners of my eyes as well, just to finish the eyes off. So this is just going to add like a lot of radiance back into the skin and just make your skin look super dewy and healthy again. And then I also like to put a bit on the tip of the nose and the cupid's bow just to highlight those areas. And I'm just going to apply this on the very inner corner of the eye, like so. So for lips, we're going to go with an ombre lip. So I'm going to start with a liner to help sort of create the shape of your lips, because when you're going for an ombre lip, it's going to help make your lips look more plump, but you also want to create the shape. So I'm using one of the Exaggerate lip liners. This is in the shade 105 Under My Spell. So I've just started to apply like light washes of colour of the lip liner on the inside of the lips. So we've got the darkest wash of colour on the outside, and then when we put the lipstick on, it'll all blend together. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use one of the Moisture Renew lipsticks. This is in the shade 260 Amethyst Shimmer. This is like a really nice sort of mauvey purpley pink. The nice thing about these is they're super hydrating, so they've still got like a really nice glossy finish, but they've got a lot of pigments to them as well. It's a little bit lighter than the liner, so it's going to help to create the ombre. So this is my finished look for prom. I wanted to keep it super neutral on the eyes and add a pop of colour into the lips. All I'd need now is a date and a pair of glass slippers.